Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the famed Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey, where so many great fights have gone on through the years for our main event. 15 rounds in the heavyweight division. This should be a good one tonight. Both fighters say they are primed, coming off a very intense and passionate training camp. Lewis's ring walk is very interesting here. This isn't over-the-top emotion. This isn't a guy with an intense, glaring stare. Just a guy going to do his job. Johnson's showing no concern for what's about to happen. This is a guy that is just relaxed and calm as could be for the task at hand as he makes his way down to the ring.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch them up.
15 rounds scheduled here in this much-anticipated fight, and we are underway with round number one. Teddy, give me a sense of your expectations of Lennox Lewis here tonight.
What I always expect. Use that size, use that reach, and somewhere before the night is over, land the right hand.
Teddy, an obvious height discrepancy here. Got a real tall guy against a short guy. Right off the bat, advantage tall guy, but not necessarily, right?
Not necessarily. Look, on the outside, if he's able to control those quarters, yeah, he has an advantage. But once the shorter man closes the gap a little bit and he gets in close, guess what? There's a lot of target in front of him.
And he's holding. Bang, and away he goes, right to the head and right to the canvas.
One, two, three, four, five.
Lennox Lewis is back up, but is he back in the fight?
We're going to find out in a second whether or not he moves his head. Now, if he just stands there straight and you're the trainer, you better get up on those steps and stop it. He's not right.
Good block by Lewis.
Good job, champ.
Halfway through round number one. To the head he goes with a left hand. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there.
Come on now.
Good shot to the head with that right hand. So he decides to go downstairs early on, and I think he'll be happy with that decision later on.
Well, it tells you that he's a well-prepared fighter. His corner came in here with a good game plan. They understood what they had in front of them. A guy that's going to move a little bit. Start going downstairs, taking the air out of the tires, and later on, he'll be in front of you.
He needs to improve the accuracy a little bit. That was comical by Johnson. Good effective work with that straight right hand. Last 10 seconds of this first round. Oh, you see him with the left of the head there? And that's the end of round one. Lewis's corner has to keep him calm. That's the kind of cut that can send a fighter into fits.
Yeah, and a corner man into using crazy glue instead of adrenaline. I mean, that is a scary cut, as you just said.
Stay tight, stay tight. Keep jabbing and hitting. Keep him in front of you, okay? Don't let him move around too much. Cut the ring off, then get off. But set the power shot up with the jab.
Well, he got caught by a lucky punch in that last round. It did do some damage, but now you can tell he's right back where he wants to be, fresh and ready as we start this round.
I don't take lightly when a guy gets dropped, but you know what? I think he was more embarrassed than he was hurt.
Protecting his head well with his guard. Up top with the quick hook. Lennox Lewis is how quickly things can change. Lennox Lewis goes from being right in this fight to now trying to figure out a way to survive. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Lennox Lewis is really showing us what he's made of. A good, sturdy chin. Still a lot of drama to be played out in this round. Lewis is in better shape than he was moments ago, though.
Yeah, physically, I agree with you. He's fine physically, but I got a report in camp about a week ago from some of my spies there that he got dropped in sparring. So mentally, I'm wondering right now if some ghosts are visiting him a little bit. Memories from that.
Lennox Lewis is on the receiving end of a hook. Halfway through round number two. Fine work with the left hand. He landed well by Johnson. Lewis's opponent landing an effective counterpunch right there. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Johnson's way off the mark. That punch didn't have a chance. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Listen, everybody likes to see a great knockout shot to the chin, but truth be told, at this stage of a fight, the foundation for winning comes by going downstairs.
It's just like the old timers would say, Joe, you kill the body, the head will follow.
Big left hand from Lennox Lewis. He missed with that headshot. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Final 10 seconds of round number two. And that's the end of round two. Johnson's coming off of a round where he clearly stunned his opponent, and now you get the sense that he could be building on it. That momentum is on his side.
Well, he's found something that works for him, and he's going to stay with it.
Stay away from that power hand, okay? Keep circling away from that power hand. I need you to keep moving side to side, all right? Just keep moving. Don't let him get that power shot. Now listen, you need to keep moving out there.
So a new round is underway here, but will it be just where we left off? Remember, the bell rang in that last round to keep this fight going. He was taking a beating.
Yeah, well, I hope that he watched some Houdini movies. I really do, because he's going to have to do a Houdini to get out of this.
Johnson's almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly.
Pace yourself.
A piercing jab by Lewis.
Focus.
Lewis is well off the mark that time, and he just holds on there.
Unload. Unload. More punches.
That could set up things to come there, that jab by Johnson. It's much too early for him to be hearing this kind of analysis, but it's true. Lewis's punches right now are slowing down. He's tired.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if he's mentally tired, he's discouraged, or physically he didn't put the work in.
Halfway through this round here, Lennox Lewis scores with the left hand.
Left and right. Left and right.
Good biting, snapping shot by Johnson. Lewis is met by a left hand. Boy, did you see that? Lennox Lewis damaged again here in this fight and trying to beat the count. Lennox Lewis showing that championship heart, rising up after being knocked down.
Hook. Hook.
Lewis's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Able to land another power shot early on here, Teddy. Does he have to worry about trying to keep up this pace?
No, I don't think so. If he keeps at this pace, he's not going to be around to worry.
Lewis is banged by an uppercut. Huge right hand from Lennox. 10 seconds remaining in this round. Johnson's tagged. Momentum has shifted.
All right, deep breath now. Deep breath. Just relax. Relax. Are you all right?
There you go.
I need you to keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Don't worry now, all right? I need you to focus. Keep.
How you doing? You okay? Now I need you to use your feet. Move around the ring. You got that? Okay, now let's go.
Well, if things continue like this is going to be an interesting stretch run of this fight. Beginning of round number 4. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Lewis is out to show everybody that he's fine. But we saw what happened in the last round. He was knocked down in that last round. Does he have to prove something to himself as well as proving something to everybody in this arena?
Well, that's the right question, Joe. He's got to revisit his memory banks a little bit and know that he's already proven it to himself. He's been in this position before, so he has to regain that confidence and understand that he can deal with this. He's done it before.
And there it is, coming with the jab by Lewis. Well, we're watching Lennox Lewis here tonight, but Teddy, you know, a lot of American fight fans, sometimes they turn the other way with Lennox Lewis. They never really got behind him because they don't like the way he acts as a heavyweight champion.
Well, Americans want you to wear your heart out on your sleeve to a certain point. They like emotion. They love emotion. And Lewis doesn't show that kind of passion. He's very contained, very cerebral, but he knows how to get results where it counts, in the ring.
Halfway through round number 4.
Hands up. Hands up. Relax. Relax.
That was a miss by Lewis. gets rid of that body shot. Johnson's keeping his guard up very, very well. Teddy, does it help to have the speed that he has?
Sure. Anytime you have speed and you can put it into the equation where whatever you're doing, it has to be technically right, but now you put speed, you're doing it even better. You're doing it at a higher level.
Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Lennox Lewis doing what he does best, and that is firing off that jab. And that's the end of round 4. Listen, he's a veteran guy. He knows the truth of the situation. That's a really bad cut. The kind of cut that can end a fight.
Yeah, he has a gamble right now. You know, just got last call in the casino. They just said, you know, you got 3 more rolls of the dice. He's got to roll them. He's got to blow on them. He's got to do everything.
No doubt about it. You are losing this fight. You need to throw and land a big shot. Look at me. Knock this motherfucker out. Listen.
Round number 5 has arrived. Johnson's putting together punch stats tonight that fall right in line with what his strategy is. Outside fighter, throwing lots of jabs, landing lots of jabs.
Well, what it is the jab is the table setter. And the jab tonight has set up the table where he's been able to eat whenever he's wanted.
Body shot. Focus.
Oh, that's a big hook right there. He missed that uppercut.
Unload, more punch.
Johnson's jab lands well. Now hugging on the inside.
You need to block more.
Right hand downstairs.
That's what I like to see.
Teddy, many times with Lennox Lewis, you get a feeling of where things are headed. It just may take a while for it to get there.
Yeah, I think it's headed to a right-hand land, so to speak, because that right hand, at the end of the day, is what Lewis is looking to connect with.
Keep moving. Keep doing what you're doing.
Halfway into round number 5 here.
Hook! Defense!
Well off the mark by Lewis. Lewis's defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch. Good defense, just covering up down low. Last 10 seconds. Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see. End of the round is upon us. And we have a fighter in front of us who just looks gassed. He looks tired. Now, Teddy, what can he do to overcome that when this fight starts back up?
Well, first of all, this is where you search into those corners that you're not forced to search. Kind of like when you were a kid and your mother told you to clean your room and go into those little nooks and crannies where you never knew there was dirt. Now you got to start looking into nooks and crannies inside yourself. Places you didn't know were there before. You better find them. You better find them quick.
He steps inside, uppercut and hook. Uppercut and finish with the hook, okay?
The start of the 6th round. Johnson's jab on the outside. That has really been the difference maker here, hasn't it, Teddy?
Yes, it has. But the most important thing is, you know, everybody says, hey, just use your jab. You control the outside. Hey, jab's a great weapon, but it can be very dangerous. You throw it from a little too close, you could get countered with that right hand. He's throwing it at the perfect distance, getting full extension on that punch.
Just like that, just like that.
Relax, relax. Watch the hook.
Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Johnson stunned by that shot. Teddy, he may go down just by stumbling the way he's bumbling around this ring.
Well, he's got to stop moving. Actually, you never want to fight on the ropes. This is one time he probably needs to be on the ropes just to steady him and then move his head a little bit. That might be his only shot.
Halfway through round 6. Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Back to the body, back to the body.
Work the body, kid. Body
Needs
shot.
to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot.
Focus. Body shot, body shot.
Defense easily turns into offense. Blocks a blow, sends an uppercut. Unable to land clean by Lewis. This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
Let's go. What are you waiting? You want this fight? Then let's get moving out there. This guy's gonna win this fight. If you don't take control, son, you need to take control.
So a fresh round is underway, but is it a fresh fighter? Johnson's corner is hoping so. Based on what we saw at the end of the last round, who knows?
Well, his corner should also be hoping that his opponent across the way doesn't come out here like the executioner to get this over with, because if he does, I think it's over.
Lennox Lewis is putting forth a game plan of being a volume puncher, but Teddy, he's not landing a lot of these punches, and what kind of effect can that have on this fight?
Well, he can get frustrated a little bit, and hey, he might not win the fight. It can have that kind of effect. Is that effective enough?
Unload! Unload! More punches!
Not able to land the headshot.
Left and right, left and right. Unload!
Johnson's showing you what it takes to be the best. Good, crisp combos. At the halfway point of round 7.
Don't let him get at you.
Oh, and he got caught right there. Everything was going fine, and then he got caught.
Well, that's the problem. Was going too fine. He got a false sense of security. The other guy wasn't throwing back. He took for granted, and bang, you can't take for granted in this ring.
Not able to land the uppercut. Johnson's chosen a path here where he will not stand toe-to-toe opposite his opponent. He's using some very good movement here against him.
Yeah, he is. He's using those feet. He's using those wheels real well. But the key here is where to use them. He has to make sure that he breaks it off to the side every once in a while, not straight back. Otherwise, he'll get timed.
Punch! Punch! Pace yourself!
It's all right, just keep moving. Hey, let's go!
And we come to the end of the round.
Just breathe, relax. How you feeling out there? Now, you're not winning this fight, right? You're not winning. He's beaten. I need you to throw more than one punch out there.
Relax. Relax. You're okay. You are okay. Now keep your hands up. Keep them up. He caught you with your hands down, so let's keep them up, all right?
Start of round number 8, Teddy, and your scorecard shows that this has been a one-sided fight. Johnson's in complete control. But, as we've seen many times in this game, it ain't over.
No, and as you just kind of led towards, it's time in that corner now for a yogi moment. Remind them just what you were touching on. It ain't over till it's over.
And another jab comes in by Johnson. Lewis's defense is paying off now.
Keep working the body.
Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Johnson's giving his opponent fits right here. His head movement is making for such an elusive target.
Yes, it is. Now the opponent has to make an adjustment. He has to realize that he's finding air more than he's finding any surface up top. So go downstairs to the place that's not moving, down to the body. That'll start to take away some of that head movement.
90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8.
You gotta get some of that too now. Come on, let's
You're not focusing. Pace yourself.
just misses with that headshot. Last 10 seconds of the 8th round. That last round was a great example of the game plan by Johnson. They want to see clean and effective punching, just landing flush. They got it.
Yeah, a lot on the back end. You know, he was stepping out, doing a lot of counter punching, allowing his opponent to do some of his work for him. Come in a little reckless and nail him.
You gotta make it a fight now. You can't just move around. You gotta move.
They start up again. Back to action here with another round. But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Lewis. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Now he ties up there. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Johnson's making this so that it's becoming a very frustrating night for his opponent. I mean, when your defense is that sharp, it can just drive your opponent crazy.
Yeah, it can. First of all, it can start to break down. You know, we always look at the physical things in life and anything. You know, you're pounding a guy and you're going to break the guy down. Hey, if you're just smart, you're slick like this guy, and you're making a guy miss, you start to break him down. He's breaking the guy down that way.
90 seconds into the 9th round. Unable to make an impact there by Johnson.
Get out of the way from those punches. Move your head. Come out.
Takes a step back, then the counter punch by Lennox Lewis.
Very similar to what you see Floyd Mayweather do. You know, make him miss, pull that shoulder back, and then come right back with the counter.
Went to the body there, but unable to connect.
Pace yourself.
Count down the final moments of this round. Three minutes gone by in this round. Johnson's in control of this fight, Teddy. Sometimes you can just look at it and see it as clear as day. He's ahead on the scorecards.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard too. But right now, he can't afford to coast because this guy is still dangerous. He has to still stay on his P's and Q's.
This is a wipeout. You are winning this fight. You keep doing what you're doing, and you got this in the bag. Just keep doing exactly what you do. Listen, I'm not gonna stand here and watch you take those shots, you understand?
Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage. Throwing a lot of punches here. Now his opponent is showing very, very good movement. What adjustments can he make to deal with that movement?
Well, Joe, when you're fighting a guy who's smart, who's hard to hit, first of all, you got to shorten those punches up. If they're wide, they have no chance at all. And you got to go to the one place that's not moving. Guess where that is? Downstairs.
He missed by a mile. That wasn't even close by Johnson. Halfway through round 10.
Work the body, kid. Body shots.
Move your head, move your head.
Oh, and they decide to trade there.
Unload. Unload. More punch. Body shot. Body shot.
Good block by Lennox. Counting down towards the end of the 10th round. 10 seconds to go.
You got this one, baby. You got this one all day, all day. You gotta keep working for me now. Keep working, okay? Keep the pressure on, all right? You got it. Come on now, take a deep breath, champ. You can do this. Nice round, baby. That was good. Now keep that up and we got it.
All right, keep your hands up. You can only win by knocking them out now.
We got it.
Deep breaths. Deep breath now. Let it in.
All we need is water up there.
Take it in, let it out.
You don't need that. No, throw that away.
Let's let it go, okay?
Yeah, I'm taking a peek at your scorecard here as we start round number 11. I think it's dead on. Johnson's been in complete control of this fight. It's hard to come up with a scenario where something would change.
Well, there's one scenario. The opponent has to burn his fingers. That steak has fallen into the fire. There's no way of saving it. You got to put your hands in the fire to pull it out, and you're going to get burnt a little bit. Is he willing to get those blisters?
Let it go.
Blocks the headshot. Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut.
Keep working the body.
Blocks that belt line well.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Back to the body.
Swing back.
Missed the target with that hook.
Let's see some more head.
90 seconds to go in this 11th round. You see him holding on. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him.
Punch!
Well-skilled Lennox Lewis showing accuracy with his hook.
Yeah, give him one!
Man, that's it, baby. Good
Last
job.
10
Good
seconds
job.
of this 11th round. Teddy, you've been on both sides of this before, but right now, it's the side where you're looking up. You're sitting back with a fighter who's coming off of a round where you just clearly say he's losing the fight. What do you say to him to get him back in it?
Oh, you have to tell him the truth. You have to tell him that you need a knockout or a big round where you have him on the floor a couple of times. That's a good start. And the only way that's going to happen is you got to start taking risks. You got to be more aggressive.
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man, completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. Johnson's the kind of boxer that, oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Wow! That was a big shot that floored him, and it's a big shot that may end him right here.
That looked like the great pitcher, Great Maddox, his sinker ball. Boy, it went down quick.
And it's over. Look at this. Johnson's hand to be raised in victory. He scores the knockout here tonight. That woke up the fans. Wow, did that wake up the fans. A fight that was assured of heading to the judges' scorecards. It ends by knockout.
That's why as a trainer, you like a fight that's close, that's closely contested. There's a little danger going on because then you know that your guy's going to stay alert. Here, there was no danger. He fell asleep, and now he is asleep.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you soon.